one another. They do not branch off. So it is an angiosperm. Anything that makes a flower is an angiosperm. Anything. It is herbaceous because you can cut it with your thumb. It is monocot. Okay? What about all the clover? And again, raise a hand. You start with either fern, gymnosperm, or angiosperm. Somebody else? If you look, and again, let's start making sure you look. Look at the veins. They branch out. That's a dicot. Angiosperm, then you say monocot or dicot. This is a dicot. It's herbaceous because you can do that with your thumbnail. So you two, who has answered so far? You two. Everybody else needs to get one. Let's go.
I feel weird.
Stay up with me. I walk fast.
Yes, sir. Sí, señor. Yo soy de rancho. Nothing wrong with you. Everything you guys know.
That's so stupid. That's why it's an odd, normally odd pairs with 1 or 3.
Again, raise a hand when you're ready.
Angiosperm, herbaceous, and woody.
What?
No.
Somebody else? Can't be herbaceous and woody at the same time, pal.
An angiosperm,
You're not dumb.
a dicot, and woody.
Woody, dicot. Look at the veins. They branch out. It's an angiosperm. Anything that has broad leaves like this is an angiosperm. You may not see the flower right now, but it's an angiosperm. Okay, let's move on.
I record. I mean, it's not so good if you're in the back.
Okay, this guy right here. If you need to get up here so you can see it closer, do so. What's this guy? Somebody who has not raised their hand yet. Look at the leaves, honey. Come down here and look at the leaves.
Oh, it's dicot and it's herbaceous.
Herbaceous. I can cut it with my, and now look at all the sap that's on my fingers. That's generally a telltale that it's herbaceous. And look at the little flowers. And the veins are branching out. How about this cousin of wheat? What is that?
Is it a gymnosperm?
No. Buddy, look at this. Look at these broad leaves. Somebody who has not answered. Have you answered yet? Correctly, have you answered yet? Yes or no, have you answered correctly yet? Here you go. What is it?
Angiosperm? Dicot?
Nope. Look at the leaves. Veins are parallel to each other. Okay? Anytime you see leaves like this, it's going to be a monocot. It's herbaceous. This is what wild wheat was before we started interbreeding it to get what we have now. Angiosperm, monocot, herbaceous. All grasses are monocots. This is a relative of grasses. Okay? How about this guy? How about this guy right here? Just watch out for that bush, but everything else I think you can step on. Yes?
Angiosperm, dicot, and herbaceous.
Angiosperm, dicot, because the veins are branching. You can break it with your thumbnail. If you've answered already, don't answer anymore until I get everybody. How about this guy right here? How about this guy right here? Prince?
Angiosperm, woody, and dicot.
And always get, it goes angiosperm, monocot or dicot, then herbaceous or woody. Angiosperm, dicot, branching leaves, woody. Okay, let's move on. Be careful where you step. You can tell it's an angiosperm. Look at all those flowers.
I did it backwards, but I did it.
Angiosperm, dicot, herbaceous.
Angiosperm, dicot, and herbaceous. Okay, flowers, yellow
Okay,
flowers.
what about all these guys right here? All these guys right here. These,
Angiosperm.
hands, so I know I've got everybody. Trey, what do you think?
Angiosperm, dicot, and woody.
That's correct. You look down here, very, very woody branches. Sometimes you're not going to be able to tell from the stuff at the top. You're going to have to look down at the ground to make sure whether it's herbaceous or woody. All right? Last one out, shut the gate.
This is a weird recording. Like that's the only yeah. That means sometimes if the herbaceous ones are sometimes no, okay, so gymnosperm is like no.
Last one out, shut the gate.
Gymnosperms are like cones. Cones.
Okay, we're going over there where those
I guess it's flowering.
those red flowers
Grasses
are
are
by the white
angiosperms,
cars. Watch yourself when you cross. I don't want anybody to be a bug splat.
That wouldn't be nice. I don't like the color of my blood on pavement. Go, go, go.
Okay, what's this? I still have a whole bunch you haven't answered yet, so let's get going. You have not answered yet? Wait, okay.
Angiosperm, monocot.
No, look at these veins, sweetheart.
Oh, I thought you meant the flowers.
This is all, it's all the same plant.
Okay, so it's angiosperm, dicot, herbaceous? Or, no. Woody, yeah.
You got to count the flowers. These don't really count. That's the part, not really part of the flower. The flower's here. Angiosperm, dicot, woody. How about that guy? Somebody else? Yes? Angiosperm, dicot, woody. All right. Go back that way. I'm just coming around you.
Oh, okay.
Start walking that way. Over there by the mailbox.
Sometimes it's hard to get in front of people to record. It's like,
Let's start with this guy right here. What do we got here? Yep.
Angiosperm.
Jose?
Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
Angiosperm, dicot, woody. How about this guy? The palm.
Angiosperm, monocot.
Gymnosperms have needles. All angiosperms have broad leaves. And if it's gymnosperm, you stop talking. There's nothing else that goes with it. It's just a gymnosperm. That's right. And if you look at the veins in here, they're all parallel to each other. All palms are going to be monocots. All palms will be monocots. All right? What's this? Somebody who has... You're just torturing yourself, aren't you, son?
Oh god.
Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
Yay! I got that on the camera. It's really dorky.
Now we obviously know this is an angiosperm. It's got flowers. Now all of the plants like this, where you can take one and there's all kinds of water in it, they are going to all be the same. So it's obviously an angiosperm. Somebody else, give me the other two. Hands. Somebody who has not given me one yet.
Monocot and herbaceous.
You're right. They're all going to be monocot. All of them. Cactus, these type of plants, they're going to be monocots. And they're going to be herbaceous. All right? All right, let's move. This is the first one I've shown you that is not an angiosperm. It is a gymnosperm. Because I told you I'm not showing you any ferns. It's got needles for leaves. The cones have not come out yet. They're incredibly small when they do, though. Very, very tiny. All right, let's move.
Okay. Yeah, gymnosperms have needles. I got the guy out. Yeah, let me walk up a little bit closer.
Who has not answered? Raise your hand. Who has not answered?
Angiosperm, dicot, and woody.
There you go. And we know it's an angiosperm. It's got fruit. If it's got fruit, angiosperm. How about this guy? Anybody? Now that everybody's answered. What's this guy?
Angiosperm, dicot.
I just got done telling when we were down there by...
Monocot.
All palms are monocots. All palms are monocots, and it's woody. Angiosperm, monocot, woody. Angiosperm, dicot, woody. Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
Yeah, okay. This way. Cut off people. Okay. I can't wait to upload this. Oh, I'm gonna be so famous. It's over.
Have so many views.
So looking at the views. I know.
Okay. Hurry up, people. Come on. Stop lagging. Walk like a bunch of old ladies.
Hopefully not me.
What's this? It's a cactus.
Angiosperm.
I just got done saying that. All cactus, I know it's big, but that's because of the water pressure in the vacuoles holding it up. But it is herbaceous. It is a monocot. All of these herbaceous plants are monocots. Okay.
Go. I hope people don't get sick watching this.
Trashicus, televisionists, abandicus.
I wish they recycled it.
Some of it.
Some of it.
All the grasses, monocot. Okay. Now, this one could be confusing, but I would not put it on the test. I would not put it in a bag unless it came with the flowers, so that you'd know it's an angiosperm. But if you looked at just that, what might you mistaken it for? A gymnosperm, because it looks like needles. The leaves are just very, very small. But if I were to put it on there, I've got a bee pollinating it, I would make sure that the flowers were there. That way you'd know it was an angiosperm. Obviously it's woody, and it is a monocot. All right, one last thing on the street, and then we're moving on.
Poor
Let's go on
puppy.
this side of the car.
Poor puppy.
All right, come on this side so you can see it. That thing is 360 million years old. At least it's what it comes from. This plant right here looks like a palm. It's not. What is it? It is a gymnosperm. What type of gymnosperm? There's not many of them left on the planet.
Oh, ginkgo.
Not a ginkgo, but that's one that's very rare.
Cycad?
A cycad. If you'll notice on the side here, it's got the cone. You see that coming off the side? And then down in the middle is another cone. That's the male, the female's in the middle. So you would have to have another cycad in the yard if you wanted them to be able to make seeds, because it can't pollinate itself. But that's a gymnosperm, and in this case it's a cycad, very ancient.
Okay. Right now we have 14 minutes.
Come on, people. Come on. Okay, what is it? Gymnosperm.
That's cones.
There is the female cone. Watch this. Look at all that pollen. All that pollen. Those are the male cones making the pollen. What happens is the pollen gets on one of these scales, pollinates the female, and then the seed is on top of the scale and blows off. Not a good method. Very, very helter-skelter, very, happenstance. Not like with an angiosperm where you got fruit and seeds and insects that are pollinating them. This all relies on the wind. I used to live in Crestline. You would find that yellow stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
It gets in the house, it gets everywhere. Because all the trees are doing it at the same time. So that's a gymnosperm. All those trees that line the street here by Valley, gymnosperms. Yeah, Patrick. Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
You insulted him.
Sell the cycad.
That cycad?
Yeah.
They go for about $100 at Home Depot.
Ooh. That's weird. That's weird.
Angiosperm, dicot, herbaceous. Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
Can you add me back on Facebook?
Angiosperm, dicot, woody.
I don't want juice on my food.
Angiosperm, monocot, herbaceous.
What?
Angiosperm, dicot, bunicus.
I was like really confused. I was like, what is he pointing at? Stupid. Okay. I think I should stop recording. I don't know. Yeah.